Grossi Posse Packer Nation. Welcome to the Packers Are in the Playoffs podcast. I'm your host, Tom Grossi, accompanied by the voluptuous Ryan Grant.
Good afternoon, Tom. As you see, I have my guitar with me.
You do. Get a little inside Llewyn Davis in a minute.
Yeah.
Movie reference.
That was a good one. I was playing a little bit earlier.
No big deal. Just being a rock star. No big deal.
No. You know what's funny? I started playing the guitar when I retired, right when my daughter was born, to help me balance out the super intensity of being a new parent.
Yes.
I was like, I'm gonna go so hard with this little girl that I need to do something else.
I need to flick strings.
Yeah, so it's good. It's been
therapeutic.
Good. Nice process. Yeah. It is a lot of therapeutic, especially in the fact that the therapy is in finding when I can play, because no one in my house actually wants to hear me play, even though I play well. Like, I'm actually a decent guitar player.
I mean, Mr. Ryan Grant, I'm just saying, what we're going to hear in the chat is prove it. I mean, that's
fine. I don't care. I'm not to say I'm going to prove it, but I don't care. I don't care. You can say whatever you want. Listen, you know how my guitar is beat up. That's how you know it's been used. It's true. I was playing for the first year. I played like an hour every day.
Okay.
Consistently every single day, at least an hour. I was
putting that time in.
Yeah. I was trying to get to my 10,000 hours, at least an hour. So I made a significant jump early on, just with repetition playing.
Sure.
So, I'm not playing today, but it just happened to be. So visually, this will look cool. So call me a poser if you want, fans. But
I think it goes with the whole look. Honestly,
I know my truth. My hair's out because I'm getting my hair's
out, right? Showing a little chest too. No one wants
to. Yeah, showing a little chest.
So a little chest, right? Whatever. People just got blinded when I showed them my neck. Yeah.
There you go.
There you go. It's a whole look right now. Like I'm telling you, like you are.
I'm trying to be an adult, Tom. You know what I mean? I'm trying to be an adult.
Yeah. I don't know what that's like. So. Try to actively avoid that.
I'm multifaceted in what I bring to the table.
It's very true. Very true.
You know?
Yeah. No, I get you. I pick up what you're throwing down, Mr. Ryan Grant. And speaking of throwing down. So the Chicago Bears got thrown down to the ground on Nickelodeon in front of a national audience, and
yes. Did we expect anything else? No.
While your guitar gently weeps, so do all the fans of the Chicago Bears.
Yeah, I think they knew what it was. They were excited to be able to have an extra week of football, and good for them.
Good for them. Worst
draft. Based on the current rules of our playoff situations, they were allowed to participate. So kudos to that. But also, see you later. Have a nice vacation.
That game was terrible. Like, honestly, that game was so bad. It was gross. But
yeah, it's one of those games that, like, I don't even, how certain games, like, fans, you could be like, oh man, I know they're frustrated. I know they're disappointed. The Bears fans at that game are like, what
maybe Trubisky gets fired, maybe Nagy gets fired. They're like, it could be Christmas.
Yeah, it's like, you know what? This is actually right around par of what we expected. And
we had low expectations, and you didn't.
Well, yeah, the bar, listen, Bears fans, the bars should absolutely not have been any higher with what was going to happen in that game. Anybody who expected anything different in that game, you are fooling yourself. Did you not watch your team the entire year? So, yes. Okay.
It's all good. It's all good. Because listen, the Green Bay Packers still sitting pretty. They got a nice bye week, hanging out at home. Maybe Aaron Rodgers is playing a little guitar. I don't know if he plays guitar.
He does play guitar.
Okay. That's great. Yeah. These are great fun facts for me to know when I bring them.
When you bring them up when you talk to him in person.
No, because I'm just gonna show up and I'm just be like, yeah, man, just shredding a little bit on, just
one of my strats.
Yeah, I have so many of them lying around the house. It's crazy. Oh, I didn't know you played too. That's it. I'm like, oh, you play football? I didn't even know.
I didn't know. Oh man, I heard you're like a really decent guitar player.
Yeah. I'll just wear like those like spectacles and like like fade out sunglasses, and I'll just be like, yeah, man, we're just rocking with the rhythm. That's it.
There you go, rocking with the rhythm.
That's it.
You say that.
These are
the
scenarios
immediately that you don't play the guitar.
Easier just be like, get off of my porch. And I'll be like, Ryan told me. Yeah, no, that's not okay. But yeah, no. So we're playing the LA Rams, which is listen, that's a matchup, buddy. Cam Akers had himself a game against that Seattle defense. 131 yards, touchdown, 28 carries. Goff, I think, was like 9 for 19. Really not that great. He has like no thumb. But the offense, power run game, but the defense.
Yeah, they beat up.
5 sacks, pick 6 on Russell Wilson, who was running for his life the entire afternoon.
Yeah, they beat up on a team that can be explosive and can do some things. So, it's one of those like, oh, okay. I didn't necessarily expect that from LA in regards to the what the domination looked like, the product they put on the field. But I think it's a great test for the Packers. And we knew that whatever came from the West was going to be.
Yeah.
Anytime you those teams out West, they're sneaky. They sneak up on you.
That is, the one good thing though is that the Seattle Seahawks were bounced out of the wild card round.
Yes, and we never complain about that. We never, we don't have a problem with that. Even though, we always like Seattle and Green Bay.
That's what I would have been all about. But you look back to like the 49ers game and the championship game, good defense, power run game, very similar to what you're seeing here. The one thing I will say is obviously, one, it's in Lambeau, which is a difference maker. And two, they're beat up. Jared Goff still has a thumb injury. Aaron Donald sustained an injury. Cooper Kupp sustained an injury.
What happened with Donald?
I think it was his ribs. I think he's still going to play, but like he came up out of one series. Like he was like, hold on, I think it might have been his ribs or an abdomen issue. So, I mean, like, the guy's still going to play and he's still going to be like disruptive, but I think that definitely helps the Green Bay Packers.
I'm going to just come out and say, if we win the line of scrimmage, we win the game.
Oh yeah.
Plain and simple. And that's on both sides of the ball. If we can win the line of scrimmage, they will not be able to stop us. As phenomenal as Jalen Ramsey is, it's not like we haven't had a booming of all our wide receivers, tight ends. Like I don't feel it's the problem could be controlling the line of scrimmage, just because you got Aaron Donald, who in my opinion is outside of Aaron Rodgers, arguably MVP. I think he's defensive MVP every year just because he's
just a monster,
so dominant and so disruptive at what he does. He is more than just like somebody you have to scheme for.
Yeah.
Like the entire game plan goes around.
Yeah, literally it just getting away from Aaron Donald.
And I don't know how much people recognize the magnitude of that versus scheming for, like, you're scheming on certain things, you can do, you can double team, you can shift, you know what I mean? Like you can work on different reaches and different techniques, pulling outside, stay away. But when that's particular, like, we're going to scheme against this too. When your entire game plan is wrapped around routes, everything, timing of routes, like everything. Everything has to be wrapped on like how much time with this dude. It immediately disrupts everything because you take, maybe we don't want to do this, where it's like, this play might work the best, but like, I don't know if we'll have the time. So,
I mean, I hope it looks better than what it did, in the beginning of like that Bears game, because Rodgers got hit a few times in that game, and we went up and got Jared Valdir again, so like he's back on the team. He was on the team last year, and then he was just on the Colts, and then the Colts got booted, so now he's like, I'm going to go to a good team now with the Green Bay Packers. So. I think that helps. It adds some depth to the line. I mean, this is one of those games like you miss David Bakhtiari to make sure that everyone's in their proper position. But yeah, I mean that's my concern.
Wait a minute, confused. So he was on the Colts?
He was on their practice squad, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so he was on our team last year. We signed him like really late. Then he went to the practice squad of the Colts like this season, and then they lost, so he's free to sign with us, and he did.
Wow.
He's just hop, skipped, and a jump. He's just like, I just want a ring, guys.
Good for him.
Yeah.
That is phenomenal.
From being out of the playoffs to now, in the divisional round. It's like he won.
Yeah. He was in the playoffs.
And switched conferences.
They lose, and he's like, you know what? I didn't want to be with them in the first place.
Yeah, exactly. They meant nothing to me, Cheesy. They meant nothing.
That's a phenomenal opportunity. Good for him.
Yeah. Listen, so, Goody making moves, right? Signing snaps.
I like Goody. Listen, has anybody, do at this point in time, do we have any issues with?
Yes. Oh, God, yes. Are you kidding me? That draft, everyone was screaming to fire him. Screaming.
Yeah, okay, that's ridiculous talk. That's crazy.
Because we're just
that's
insane.
Crazy talk.
But yeah, no, he's making moves. I mean, he's bringing in guys like Tavon Austin.
With what's happening, do we truly have issues?
Yeah.
With
I'm telling you, people got issues.
What are they? The last 2 years, 26-6.
Sure.
That is outstanding. What are we talking about?
Hosting home playoff games 2 years in a row.
What are we talking about here? This is phenomenal.
And we talked about this. They're letting some fans into Lambeau. It's not a lot. I think it's like 6,000. But
yeah, so but listen, that plays a part.
Absolutely.
I'll tell you where there's been no fans. Los Angeles.
And that's even if there was no corona.
Yeah,
I mean,
there'd be a limited amount regardless, but
exactly. So
so I know that everything has been.
Yeah, 100%. I think in terms of Packers winning this football game. Here's the thing. I don't believe in the Rams offense necessarily besides their run game. Cooper Kupp is good. Robert Woods is good. But like the guy who's throwing him the ball, whether Wolford makes a recovery and comes back or whether it's Jared Goff, I'm not like terrified. Yeah. And I believe in our secondary too. I think it's literally like you said, it's going to come down on their defense versus our offense. And can we just get it done?
Yeah, I don't think that from a consistent aspect, offensive, they can hang with us. But you just hope that they don't disrupt enough what we do, whether it be creating turnovers and giving themselves. We cannot do anything to give themselves opportunities. And I don't care who. To be honest with you, this is not specific and mutually exclusive to the Rams. This is playoff football.
Yeah.
The worst thing you can do is give. You saw it in the Browns and
Brown Steelers, baby.
The thing you can do is give a team opportunities, especially early in the game. I am a product of that, going down 14-0 when the playoffs was Seattle. You put yourself in a bind that most times you cannot get out of. 2009 divisional game, a wild card game, whatever it was we played in Arizona, 21-0. It is. Most of the time, it's devastating for a team to be able to come back from that in playoff football. Yep. So you don't want to do anything you can to give teams opportunity. You don't want to turn the ball over. Yeah, you're not. It doesn't usually bode well. So. Yeah.
No, exactly. It's mistake-free football, and just kind of like stick with what you've been doing. I'm curious to see. How the ground game gets involved, and looking at Aaron Jones and Dillon and Williams, who everyone's back at full strength. Everyone's good. Had that bye week. We're going in relatively healthy. The only one I don't know is about Kiki. I don't know if he was at practice today. I was trying to check and see if I could find that, but it looks like everyone is good. So, I think that bye week, hopefully, did us well, able to rest up a bit. And now it's, host a game at Lambeau.
Yeah, I think guys will feel good. Guys will feel good. It's the biggest thing that we talk about with buys is timing. Make sure things are oiled up and timing and not starting slow. And I actually don't have a problem with the starting slow aspect as much as protecting the ball and not giving them opportunities. You know what I mean? Based upon our play. I think if we play our game, they shouldn't be able to beat us at all. I think we are better matched up than them across the board. But yeah, like anything, the emotions and opportunities. So we got to protect Aaron. Don't give him opportunities to hit the quarterback because with those come opportunities to turn the ball over.
Yep.
And we have to protect the ball in one-on-one situations. So
I imagine you're going to see a lot of Aaron Rodgers getting the ball out quickly on Saturday. Just trying.
Yeah, I would think so. Yeah, I would think that they would do. So I do expect, interestingly enough, I expect them to maybe do some bunch stuff, maybe try to get Devontae and MVS moving a little bit to try to create some matchups. Jalen's definitely going to be on Devontae. Doesn't matter.
I can't wait for that matchup. Yeah, that's going to be fun to watch.
Yeah, it'll be fun. Doesn't matter. Devontae's going to be Devontae. It just is what it is. And Jalen's phenomenal. Jalen's arguably the best, at his position. But I just think that, it's just too good. So we'll see. But I do expect them to try to do some things to create even more matchup problems. Because even with that, whatever they do with Devontae, they still gotta take everybody else. I don't know who's gonna cover Tonyan. Don't be surprised if Mercedes doesn't get an opportunity this week with trying to cause matchup problems. I like MVS on deep balls.
I'm hoping my man. Like that's what I want him. I want Lazard to kind of come alive a bit because again, if you have Ramsey obviously covering our number one guy in Devontae, it just gives them more opportunities. To get
as I said, even if they do him and they still trust me, they're still telling one of those safeties to pay attention to whatever's going on. So, it should be one of those where there should be many opportunities for big play shots, and really just execution on our end. I like those boots, backside posts, stuff like that. I love whenever I see that. The boot, backside post, hit it.
Done. And listen, we just have to keep it in perspective. I know the regular season doesn't matter, but the Jets beat them.
The Jets did beat them. Whoa.
I mean, if the Jets can beat them, the Green Bay Packers can beat them.
That's the truth.
I know the regular season don't matter. Nothing matters because listen,
it does not matter, but it happened.
It happened.
Exactly. It's one of those things that listen. It can't really be a talking point, but guess what? We're using it as reference points and data.
Listen, I think if someone dresses up as Sam Darnold and just stands on in the stands and just stares over at the Rams bench.
Yeah.
Now, maybe it's a little intimidation factor that I'm looking around. Now they're seeing ghosts. Oh my goodness, the irony. So I think, there's opportunities there for some fans to make a difference. But listen, I think, moving past that game too, I know it's obviously a Packers show. But if we do wind up winning, we will be playing either the Buccaneers or the Saints.
Yeah.
For you, which one would you prefer?
Which one would I prefer?
And that could be just personal, I want to beat them. That could be you match up better.
I actually think we match up better with the Bucs.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm going to explain why. I don't like
Saints.
I don't like Kamara.
Ooh, yeah. Well, he ran all over us earlier this year.
I don't like Kamara. I don't like that immediately Kamara brings versatility that just adds to the entire offense.
Yeah.
I just don't like that. I don't like, Drew Brees is Drew Brees. And not to say that, he hasn't had a very good record in Lambeau. But I don't like the emotions around Drew Brees. No, I don't know. Something about it. I just don't like it.
I get you.
Feeling. Nope.
His last shot at redemption.
Yeah, I don't like that. I like Brady. I like that Brady is great at what he does, but doesn't move that well. I like where we match up in regards to our defense, our secondary, how they've been playing against their wideouts.
They got a lot of weapons.
But I like how we've been performing. And I think that offensively, we can, if we do what excuse my language, do what the hell we're supposed to do. I like that. I think that it's a good game, but I think that we are primed to take over them. And I think it's a better opportunity for us to perform. To just play a more solid game. I don't know. It's something about
I get you.
I think we're better than the Saints, and I think that we win the game no matter what. Think that I'm not a fan of what I think that they could easily put up 35.
Sure.
fast. You know what I mean? And it's funny, as many weapons as I think that
because the Bucs did it to us, right? Like we were up 10-0, and then
we were up 10. That's what I said. We were up 10-0. So it was like, oh, okay, and it was like, oh, they just did that. But I think that I don't know. So I think I'd rather see the Bucs than the Saints. And I know that's probably contrary to based upon what we did to the Saints and everything like that. But yeah, I don't.
I mean, listen, we have to obviously can't look past the Rams, but either way, Brady, Rodgers, Breeze, like it's going to be
either way. Listen, nobody's complaining. It's one of those. These are down just in general, like this weekend. It's great to see Brady and Breeze go after it. That's all the memes and History Channel stuff. It's great. Wonderful. It's good for sport. Really, it's the fact that they're 42 and 43 is outstanding. Kudos to both of those dudes.
Farmer's sitting at home going, "I knew I could have stayed."
Crazy, But it's gonna honestly. I think they're gonna see more of this because guys are taking care of their bodies. It's very different. We're just in a different state, like a different place regarding health and longevity. So I applaud it. I'm excited for the two of them. This is about the Packers, but at the end of the day, sometimes you gotta tip your hat off and see what's gonna happen in that game. It'll be something special. And you're not going to see anything like that for a while because realistically, this is definitely.
I think this is their last.
This is Bruce's last hurrah.
Oh yeah, I think Drew's done after this. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's done. I mean, that's what the NFL articles were saying. So I think he's done after this.
Yeah.
So.
And fucking Tom's gonna play forever. I'm sorry, Tom doesn't care. Unless
I'm gonna be 56 years old.
What do you say?
Tom's gonna be 56 years old, and he's like, maybe next year I'll retire.
Yeah, trying to get after it. Listen, if he's throwing 30 touchdown balls at 50, what are you gonna do? What are you complaining about?
What are you gonna do?
Yeah. So I look forward to it, and more importantly, though, I look forward to the Packers handling their business, so then we can.
2 more games, Super Bowl. That's it. Got to take care of business in our house. On Saturday.
We got what we want. We got what we asked for. We got what we want. So let's start handling it.
Now it's time to sign, seal, deliver, baby.
There you go.
That's it. Mr. Ryan Grant, a pleasure as always. Hopefully next week when we convene once again, we'll be in the NFC Championship game. Ooh. And one step closer.
One step closer.
Yeah.
I like it. I like where we're going.
I feel good. It'll be a good game. It'll be a tough game, but I feel good. And I'm just ready to watch the Packers football.
The weather's supposed to be a little chilly.
Like 20, 25? A little chilly?
Yeah, a little chilly. Not crazy, but a little chilly. And it'll drop as the game goes on.
Yeah.
That ground will harden up a little bit. Yeah, we just got to start fast, often, and early. There you go.
I would love if this was over by like the second quarter. just
realistically, I don't know if that's gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen, but just for like the stress relief of just be like, because I have to say, this weekend, no stress whatsoever. Watching those games, I was cheering for the Browns because that was just fun to watch, and it was. I'm hoping that we take care of business, and that's that.
Yeah, we made history, Browns and Bills.
Yep,
26, 25 years.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Good for them. Good for both of them. So, Mr. Ryan Grant, please tell the people where they can find you.
They can find me by a babbling brook, playing sweet songs.
Speaking truth to nature.
You can find me on Twitter at Ryan Grant 25. On Instagram, Ryan.Grant. Pretty easy. Yeah, holler at me. I've had some pretty good conversations on Twitter recently.
Okay, there you go. I saw your Insta posts, like, hanging out by meditating by waterfalls and whatnot.
Yeah, I'm dumping a bunch of archived pictures that I'm like trying to get rid of. So I have phenomenal pictures that I'm like, I don't really think about posting. So I was like, you guys are gonna get this content.
It's very serene, Ryan Grant. Very, very serene.
You know where I'm at. So
fantastic. Well, you can always find me at Tom Grossi Comedy in all the places. You know where to find me. But ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you next week. Hopefully, as we head into the NFC Championship game. I'm Tom Grossi. That is Folky, Ryan Grant. And as always,
go
Pack, go.